Hi, as you can see, I've gone ahead and I've opened up VMware Workstation. So I'm going to go ahead and click on File. I'm going to click Open. Now I'm going to browse to my drive where I actually have my new image, and then we will get started. So let me just browse out to my drive quickly. So it's opened up on another window, so I'm going to click on my drive. As you can see, there's my image, and I'm going to click the bottom one here, this one that says Firewall VM64. I'm not going to click on these others. These are all part of that image. So I'm going to click on that one and click Open, and that's going to open up that. I'm going to accept the agreement. I'm going to go next. I'm going to give it a name. I'll just call it FortiGate. I'll call it FortiGate Firewall. So say FG Firewall. And of course, I could go ahead and accept the defaults where I want that firewall to run, or I could go ahead and browse out to where I want to install it. So I'm just going to browse out because I'm going to install that in a different location. As you can see, I've browsed out to my F drive. So I'm going to put it in. I'm going to click Import, and that's going to go ahead and that's going to import that VM image for us. And as you can see, it fires up VMware Workstation. So the next thing we need to do is we need to go to our adapters. So I'm going to click on my second adapter, and then I'm going to go ahead and click LAN segments, and I'm going to, from the drop down, I'm going to select my FortiGate LAN. In case you don't have that, you can always click on lag segments. You can go ahead and you could add a segment. So say for arguments, I could go and say add, and I could call this one FortiGate LAN 01, and just click in the checkbox, and I could go ahead and that would add that there, and I could click OK, and now you can see I have LAN 1 and FortiLAN. So I could go ahead and click, I don't know, FortiLAN 01. Then I can browse back into my bridged mode. I want to make sure that's in bridged mode. I'm going to click OK. What we also need to do is, before we fire that up, we need to come into the edit settings, and we need to say virtual network editor, and this will bring up our virtual network editor. Then I want to go ahead and I want to change the settings, and this is going to bring up change the settings. It says VMnet 0 LAN 1, and then I'm going to click OK. So that's added to that bridging network. Then I'm going to go ahead and click power on, and that's going to go ahead and power up our virtual FortiGate image, or our VM image. And this can take a few minutes to fire up. Once it fires up, it's going to actually load up everything. It's going to load up all the configurations, and then it's going to do a reboot. Now, as you can see there, it's picked up that serial number. It's going to go ahead and do that reboot, and we'll just wait for that reboot to complete. And then once that reboot has completed, we will then log in and actually go and set up our VM so that we can start using it. Now, bear in mind, when you create your FortiNet login at the FortiGate website, which is for free, give it 10 or 15 minutes to register and synchronize and stuff, and then go ahead, log back into your Forti website, and then download the VM image. And then, like I say, I'm using VMware Workstation. You can go out to VMware and you could download a 30-day trial for your VMware Workstation. If you've got Hyper-V, Windows 10 comes with Hyper-V. Go ahead, install Hyper-V, and then download the Hyper-V image. So we'll just give that a minute to fire up, and then we will carry on with our lab. As you can see, when we log in, by default, the very first time we log in, it's going to be admin. So I'm going to type in admin. It's going to ask for a password. There is no password to begin with. It's blank, so press enter. Now it asks us for a password. So I'm going to type in admin and press enter, and type in admin again and press enter. Now this takes me to my FortiGate firewall. As you can see, I'm now logged in, and we can go ahead and do some bits and pieces. So in our next video, we will carry on with our FortiGate configuration so we can get our firewall up and running. So I'd like to thank you for viewing, and I look forward to seeing you in the next lab.